Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Storytime Sunday. Yay! And today's Storytime is very interesting. Before I get into Storytime, make sure to watch this video that I'm gonna link up here and down below to enter the giveaway. I am giving away a Forever 21 gift card, okay? Like, no one's entered. I don't understand. Like, did I not title it properly? Is it not getting views? Like, I don't understand. Like, I want to give you guys something, but no one wants to enter. Only like 4 people entered the giveaway so far. My camera is already dying. Let me go change the battery. I'll be right back. Without further ado, this story time is about the worst nail lady or nail salon experience ever. Okay, so I went to this nail salon, and of course I had just moved to Orlando, so I had to find a brand new nail salon because I didn't have a nail salon here. And I used to do my nails a lot. I used to go almost every 2 weeks to get my nails done, but like now I'm just like not like that anymore. So I get on YOUU and I start searching up like the cheapest nail salon that's like the best, but like the cheapest because I'm a broke ass college student. So I find this one nail lady and it's kind of close. It's actually very close. It's like right around the corner. So then I get there and of course I make an appointment before. Hold on, let me move more backward. I make an appointment before I go so that I don't like waste my time and they're available. So I make an appointment and I get there. This bitch isn't ready. She has no clients, but she's just not ready for me. So I see her like doing shit and I'm just sitting there. She's like, oh, first of all, this nail salon doesn't have any waiting area. So I literally have to sit in the little, like, you know, the pedicure chairs. I have to sit in one of these pedicure chairs because she doesn't have a waiting area in her nail salon because it's a tiny ass nail salon. So I sit down in one of these things and then she's like, oh, while you wait, let's soak your feet in the water, because I was getting a pedicure and a manicure. And I'm waiting forever, and then she turns on the water. I put my feet in there and this water literally is like singeing my skin off. It is so hot. I'm literally dying. I'm like, my skin is melting off, like no skin left on my toes. I'm just like, at first I'm trying to suck it up because I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just sensitive or whatever, but it's like really hot and I like literally can't anymore. So I tell her to put the water a little bit colder and she's like upset about it. She's like, and like she's Asian, but like she speaks perfect English. She doesn't have an accent or anything, so like I'm guessing her mom's Asian and like she was born in the US. But anyway, so she gets upset about it and I'm just like, whatever. So she puts the water a little bit colder and I'm just like, this is not cold enough, but I let it happen. Like, I'm just like, this is like tolerable at this moment. So then she comes and she starts doing my nails finally, and she's, you know, whatever the nail techs do, they like file and shit. And she gets to the cuticle and I tell her my cuticles are very sensitive, because my cuticles are super sensitive. I will bleed for anything. And like, I don't know, it went in through one ear and like out through the other because this bitch cut me. I'm okay if you cut me, but it's like the cut was like really bad and like I was like bleeding profusely. Like can you imagine a scene like of blood like squirting out? Like that's how my toe was, because I tell her my cuticles are very sensitive. I cut easily and I know this, so I always tell nail ladies my cuticles are sensitive, because otherwise they're gonna be like digging into my cuticles with this freaking clippers and then like kill my toes, and like it's gonna be hurting and my toes are not gonna look cute after the pedicure's done. So I tell her and she like makes me bleed and like it's not clotting. Like I don't know if I don't have enough vitamin K or like I don't know what the fuck it is, but like my toe is not clotting. Like, and she does everything. She tries putting like, I guess nail ladies have like this little like liquid that they put on you when they cut you to clot. That's not clotting it. She tries alcohol, it's not clotting. She even tries coffee, it's like not clotting. Like she has to like wait, like do all the other toes and then come back to this one, and like it's still not clotting. Like, and when she starts putting the nail polish, it's like burning so much. It just burned. It was hard, you know, because first of all she's putting like all this liquid and different like burning stuff on my toes and it's not clotting and I keep bleeding. I'm like gonna bleed out through this one toe. Like, I'm serious, like it was terrible. And then she starts painting. It's like blood mixing with paint and it's not cute, and I just like, felt super bad. And then she tries to like make me like elevate my foot, because I guess I was putting pressure on my foot because my feet were down, and she's trying to make it stop bleeding. But anyway, it stops bleeding eventually after she does my nails, and it's time to do my manicure. So first of all, she did this manicure super quick. She did not pay attention to detail at all. It was just very frustrating. She just she didn't even do my cuticles on my hands. I think she would probably thought like, damn, I'm not gonna make her hands bleed again. So she like didn't even do my cuticles. But I appreciate her if she would have cut my cuticles, because my cuticles, like, they grow out and like they look ugly and they need to be like cut and they need to be like oiled and stuff. But she didn't do that, and it just, the nails look really crappy. Like, I understand why it was the cheapest in the area, because like probably no one goes there. She needs to like lower her prices because it like sucked, and her customer service wasn't great either. So I'm just like, whatever. So I'm done with my nails, and I don't get gel this time because I'm a broke college student, and like I used to get gel when I was in high school because my mom would pay for my manicures, and like I was like that, and I had a job and I didn't have to pay for anything when I lived back home. But I'm in college and I have to pay for tuition and I have to pay for my books, and like, yes, my mom helps me like once in a while, but it's like not all that, you know. So I like don't get gel because the gel's expensive, so I'm just getting like regular nail polish. And it's time for me to pay, and I'm like, shit, I have my card in here. So I'm like trying to like grab my wallet, and like I mess up a nail, and I'm just like, I feel so bad. I'm like, I'm about to not to say anything, but she notices my face. I was like as soon as I realized I messed up a nail. So I'm like, oh, I messed up this nail, and she had just finished it, and it was only one nail. So I'm like, you can fix it. Like, it's like literally takes 2 seconds to repaint a nail. And like this bitch went off. Like, she didn't go off on me, but like she started talking in like Vietnamese, like to her mom, and like, you know what, when they start talking and like you can't understand shit. Like, I wish I learned Vietnamese just so I could understand them and be like, yes bitch, I hear you bitch. But no. So she starts talking Vietnamese to her mother, and like her mom's like looking at me. Like, I can tell that she's talking about me, and like it's obvious she's talking about me, but she does not give a fuck, obviously. So her mom was like it was like a row of like nails ladies, but like she was like the only one there because she like owns a salon, and like she's the only one that works there. She doesn't have any other like nail techs under her. So it was like her and then like 2 more like seats, and then her mom was at the end. And like her mom's like she was looking down, and then like my nail tech starts talking shit, and then her mom like looks up and like she's staring at me, and I just like feel so bad. I'm just like, shit, whatever. So whatever, she fixed my nail, and then she's like, here honey, I will, like, you know how nail techs always say honey, like it's really annoying, but they're like, honey, like, okay. So she's like, here honey, I'll take your card, like I'll take your card out of your wallet for you. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So there's like something in front of me that I can't see what she's doing with my wallet on the other side. So it's like, I don't know what it was. I don't remember exactly what was in front of me. I think it was, what was it? She had like a box, or there's something in front of me that doesn't allow me to see what she's doing with my wallet. So she takes out my card, and I'm like, this bitch is about to steal my money. She's about to steal something. Like, I do not trust this bitch. So I stand up and I see my card. Like, I have 2 debit cards. I have like one from one bank and one from another bank, and I see my other debit card like on the table. But like she like took it out so smoothly that she took both of them out and like put one of them on the table, and then like the other one was gonna like, she was gonna bring it up. So she was basically trying to steal my debit card. So I get up and I see it, and I'm like, why is my debit card there? And she's like, oh, it just fell out. Like, bitch, how does a debit card fall out? That makes no sense. Like, it's in a little pocket, you take one out, and then in a separate little like slot is another card. There's no way for a card to fall out just like that. If they were like right on top of each other, I would understand, but they're not right on top of each other for a reason. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I put it back inside. And I'm like I didn't say anything, and I didn't go off on her because I don't have I can't stand up for myself a lot of times. Like, I've learned to over the time, but this was my freshman year of college. Like, I was brand new in college. I was brand new in Orlando. Like, I had never had to really stand up for myself that much in high school, because my mom would usually do it, or like it just like I wasn't put in situations like this. So I was just like, and I had just watched Tana's story about how her nail lady stole like $1,000 from her, some shit like that, and I was already paired. So that's the only reason why I stood up. Otherwise, this nail tech would have literally stole my money. I do not understand what. Like, it was just very frustrating. Who the fuck is that? Anyway, so she brings me up, and I'm like tempted to not give her a tip, but you know, I don't have the conscience to not tip her. Like, she did my nails, and like it's very frustrating because we gotta wait a second. So I end up tipping her like $4, and then Quincy comes in because he was waiting for me in the car because I drive, and or maybe I don't know, he was waiting for me in the car, I think. He comes inside. I told him to come get me because I have like my keys and my wallet and my purse and all that, and I don't want to carry it and mess my nose up again. So he grabs all this stuff for me, and I'm telling him all that happened. He's like, you tipped her? Like, you shouldn't have tipped her. What's wrong with you? I wouldn't have tipped her. And then it just makes me think, like, why do Americans tip for everything? Like, you go to Europe or you go anywhere else and you're not expected to tip for every single service. You're not expected to tip after every meal. You only tip if they give you good service, you know? You don't, like, I know whenever I go to Colombia, I get my nails done, we do not tip the nail techs. Like, they make a living, they do our nails and we pay them for it. You don't have to tip them. But of course, I know the culture here is they tip for things like that, so I'm gonna do it because of, like, the way the culture is. But when I go somewhere else, I'm not gonna tip a nail tech. They're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. And like, I understand that the people in the service industry here don't get paid well, so they make their living off tip, because my mom works as in the serving industry kind of thing, so she makes her living off of tips. So I understand, and of course I tip them, but I just don't understand why Americans tip for everything. Like, someone takes your bags up to your floor, like, or someone helps you out, you tip them. Someone at the airport, like, helps you load your car, you tip them. You tip people for everything, and it's just so frustrating. Like, why do you need to tip people for everything? I don't understand why we do that. It's very annoying. But this bed is really annoying. Every time I edit this video, I edit videos on this bed, it's very frustrating because I hear it and I'm just like, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little short story time. I don't know how short it was, but yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.